Welcome to the podcast. Hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. If you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, hopefully you celebrated being awesome, because that's what you are, damn it. The Amplified Man said so. I want to thank every single Amplified Unit member out there for another great month on the channel, as we try to navigate the waters that are YouTube. This platform is ever changing. I wish I could say it's ever evolving, although I feel this platform is actually taking a step backwards most of the time, now more than ever before. And that's really what the bulk of the beginning of this podcast is going to be about. The whole entire opening monologue will be about this new COPPA/COPPA Act, however you want to pronounce it. Some of you guys already know exactly what I'm talking about and how drastic and dramatic this is actually going to be. And others have no clue, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, yes, I will talk some pro wrestling later on in the podcast, but if you're expecting me to give you timestamps, I'll give you a stamp, all right upside your dome piece. I'm putting out this work for you, and you want me to now do even more work so I can put in timestamps. Would you also want me to make you a latte while you're watching the video? You want me to get your favorite blankie and read you a bedtime story post-video? No, I'm not going to give you timestamps, but again, I will give you one stamp upside your dome piece. Do your own work. I'm supposed to accommodate even more, even after I make the video, even after I edit and upload. Now I have to give timestamps because you don't want to hear every one of my words. Too fucking bad. It's an amplified video. You listen to word one, you listen to the final word. You don't miss one word in between. Get it? Got it? Good. Now let's get a little bit more serious and bring it down a little bit as I talk about something that is way over the top, dramatically serious, because it affects not just the Amplified Man or this channel, but creators on YouTube. No matter what bracket or category you put your channel under, you will be affected one way or the other. Professional wrestling creators and content creators, we more than probably most. And what I'm talking about, this new COPPA Act, is Google and YouTube. They had to pay a record $170 million for alleged violations of the CPL. I believe that is the Children's Privacy Law. So Google, YouTube, they were in violation of that. They had to pay $170 million to the government. Now, part of this settlement is a complete overhaul of YouTube by the FTC. FTC is the Federal Trade Commission. They're an independent agency of the United States government. They were created to prohibit unfair or deceptive acts or practices in commerce. So the FTC is nothing to fuck with. Just basically another branch of the government. Even though they're an independent agency. It's the government. Don't get it twisted. So what is this complete overhaul of YouTube by the FTC? Well, as creators, we now have to identify our content as either kid-friendly or not kid-friendly. We have to, literally, every video, determine if this is for kids or not. Seems harmless, right? No harm, no foul. You just, okay, well, in your best estimation, would you want your kid watching this? Okay, that's easy. My channel is obviously not kid-friendly. It's just not. My content is not geared toward kids, even though it's pro wrestling and, you start watching as a kid, no question. But my ability, my free speech here in this country, here on this platform, is that I get to go on something like YouTube and talk about what I love, pro wrestling, but in my way. My channel is not a part of WWE or any promotion, AEW, TNA Impact Wrestling, ROH. It's not affiliated with that. My channel, my reviews, my take on pro wrestling is not kid-friendly. So that's how I would label my videos, correct? But it's not that easy. You see, the FTC has added a provision into the COPPA Act that includes child-attractive content. What does that mean? That means something that is pro wrestling related could absolutely be flagged in their new algorithm system. That means if the thumbnail is just pro wrestling or even have the words WWE in it, the new algorithm, the FTC, could absolutely flag that as child attractive. Because if a kid is on YouTube, and they're typing in WWE, or they just see WWE, or they see a thumbnail with a pro wrestler, they could click on it. But that shouldn't be our issue. That should be YouTube finding out a way to determine what is a kid, and they can't type in. Or these videos, when they do type in WWE, they don't appear in their feed. Can't you just come up with a system like that? When a creator says it's not kid-friendly, so when that kid types in these words, my videos don't appear on their feed. Maybe that would be a little better. But I guess that's too logical. So now, child attractive content could be now flagged down, and that's where it gets real tricky for professional wrestling YouTube creators, because I'm sure there's a lot of creators, most of them, that would identify as kid-friendly. That's fine. My channel is not. We're a lot more amplified. We swear a lot more. We don't hold back. We go full throttle on this channel, right? It's definitely more adult-oriented on this channel. And I know there's a few other wrestling channels that are like me. So what do? Do we say not kid-friendly and then we get flagged down and there's huge penalties that I'm about to talk about in a minute? But again, the problem with this is that this could be anything. I mean, a child or a kid is attracted to anything. Baseball, football, any sport. Really. Especially wrestling. But movies, music, cooking. Somebody can't have a cooking channel where they're swearing and pouring some alcohol into the fucking cupcakes? Putting something into the cookies? You never know. It can't be adult-oriented anymore because it's cooking. Kids like cupcakes. They like movies. But what if it's an R-rated movie review or trailer? Something. Does that mean now that gets flagged as well? The music. Wonder if it's not for kids. That now gets flagged as well? That's what I'm saying. We're on tricky waters here, man. And this algorithm will be implemented. It would detect the content as kid-friendly. And then we're all fucked because we put not kid-friendly. So you say not kid-friendly, YouTube says otherwise. And you think, no problem, we'll fix it. Just like a demonetized video. It's just a little bit of lost money. We're just not going to gain money from the video. That's fine. As long as the video is up and viewers can watch it, no harm, no foul. I just lose out on money. Oh well. I mean, I'm sure some people would be more affected by that because they have this as a job. This isn't a sole job for me. It's an extra source of income, no question. But as long as my video is out to you guys and being viewed, I'll take the hit on money. But that's not where it ends. Not even close. And this is where it gets beyond severe. If the FTC thinks that your content is not what you labeled it, then they can at any time just remove your video/videos. Just take it right off the channel. In fact, it doesn't end there. They can actually take your entire channel off the platform. They can boot you if they think that your content is kid-friendly, but you labeled it not kid-friendly. Or vice versa. Oh, I'm not done. In addition to booting you from the platform, they can also now, let me get this correct, the FTC in conjunction with YouTube can fine the creator, not the FTC fining YouTube. No, they can work in conjunction and they can fine the creator, me, you if you have a channel, they can fine us now $42,000 a video. Over $42,000 a video, I'm sorry. $42,500, I believe. Per video. $42,000. I know people that don't make $42,000 in a year. Per video, if they feel that you're in violation. So the biggest issue for myself and other pro wrestling creators, content creators especially, is what is our channel? You now have to identify, you have to look in the mirror and say, what is my channel, right? Mine specifically, as I aforementioned, has never been for kids. We swear, we tell adult jokes, we get amped, so I have to put my entire channel, I already did this by the way, I put my entire channel on never kid friendly. They actually offered us creators, before this actually takes effect, December or January 2020, one of the two. December, so next month, a couple days, or January 1st, they might give us leeway to. But whenever this takes shape, They allowed us a few weeks ago to actually put the entire channel on a setting. I didn't have to go through every video. I put the entire channel on not kid friendly because it's not. I would not want any kid under the age of 13, 14, even 15 watching my shit. I understand that. We talk very adult-like. I say a lot of swears. I say things that I wouldn't necessarily want kids going around and saying. So my shit is absolutely not kid friendly. But again, because it has to do with pro wrestling, the FTC could look at that as kid-friendly because it's pro wrestling. Ooh, those are wrestlers. I like them, mommy and daddy. Let me click on this video. Again, stop spending time trying to find the creators that are telling you their shit is not kid-friendly. And how about we come up with a system, an algorithm system that can actually allow videos not to even show up in an identified kid's search. There's a concept. You could put a man on the moon, but you can't come up with an algorithm system like that. But it doesn't even end there, because if your shit is kid-friendly, so say YouTube determined it was kid-friendly, or you, a YouTube creator, said your shit is kid-friendly, you now lose all revenue, basically, because your personalized ads, which is where you get the most money, that's totally gone. So if you do this for a living, you're done. You have to find a real job now. And trust me, I do hate saying that, because just starting this as a hobby and then growing it into the brand it has become, I can tell you, this shit is beyond a job. There's a lot of work that goes into YouTube, no question. But when we think jobs, you know what we're thinking. We're talking selling those t-shirts at the local Old Navy, or flipping those burgers at the local McDonald's, pumping that gas for somebody's new SUV. That's the job that you're going to have to probably go and do at least part-time, because they're going to take away your revenue. Number two, and more specifically, the interaction's gone. More importantly, the interaction's done. There's no more interaction. They're going to take away the comments, because obviously they don't want kids interacting with the creator or in discussions. So what they're going to do is they're going to take away your platform. They're going to take away the comments. That's the entire The whole thing is engaging, seeing what your audience is actually saying. I tell you guys all the time, even though I can't go ahead and comment to all you guys, I love the comments, because when I'm in my Starbucks lines, which is 10 times a day, I love reading the comments, man. I'm in line, I must look like a fruitcake, more so than usual, because I'll be in the Starbucks line, I'll just be laughing. Or I'll just be like, you guys will be writing something, and I'll be like, ooh, good point. Barry 565, you know what I mean? Or Joey Styles 9797. That was fucking hilarious. I'll be laughing to myself, LOLing in the Starbucks line. I love the comments, and I'm engaging, even though I can't actually comment back because I'm busy as fuck, obviously. But I love it. Yeah, I'm putting out the content. You guys are leaving comments. I'm reading that shit, loving it. Or if it's disrespectful, that comment is gone and you're gone. You'll never be able to leave another comment. But I usually don't have that issue. You guys are fucking amazing, and it's engaging, right? And it's gone. It's gone. If your shit is labeled as kid-friendly, they're taking the comments off, along with other things too. The bell, the notification bell, that's gone. Because I guess they don't want the kid to actually, I don't know, be addicted to the channel. I don't know, but the bell's gone. I think the rating system is gone, the up-down thing. Everything's gone if you're basically labeled kid-friendly. So those channels especially. And again, that could be pro wrestling channels. And if that's the case, I'm sure a lot of your favorite YouTube creators, they're going to have to go find other employment, because this is not going to do it anymore. The revenue will be gone. The comments, so the engagement is gone. And then where you're showing up in feeds, research boxes, in their search boxes, I should say, research, what the fuck am I talking about? The search boxes, it's all gone. It's all gone. We're already starting to see that the add-ons, as far as subscribers, that's already being fucked with. That's been fucked with for the longest time, though. But we're already starting to see that they're doing an overhaul, right? Any kid that was following your video, you can already tell is being dropped off. You know, on my channel alone, I'm seeing 20 to 30 at a time. And I was told in advance that is accounts that they deemed were kids viewing your shit. So they're taking that off. That's cool. I'm down with that because, again, my channel is not kid-friendly. So I don't care if I take a hit subscriber-wise. Get rid of it. Absolutely. They shouldn't be watching my shit. I totally get it. Take them off. If you want to take away some money, go ahead. All right? I'm putting in a lot of work. It sucks because the revenue, like the ads that you guys see, that's basically a tip. I look at the ads as a tip. I'm putting out this work for you guys in this content, and if you guys want to watch a couple of ads to tip the creator, cool. You guys know I don't do Patreon, I don't do any of that shit. I only did the fucking t-shirts this month because so many of you guys kept on asking, merch BC, merch BC, and I kept saying, sorry guys, these shirts are mine and mine only. But finally I put it out there for you guys for this month alone. I don't know if I'm going to extend it to December yet. But you guys know I don't do all that. So you want to tip me? That's awesome. Watch a couple of ads, call it a day. But if you want to take that away even, cool, man, whatever you got to do. But now you're talking my people can't even comment. My people can't even be notified. You're taking away all of the interaction. You're telling me that you're no longer going to put this in as many search boxes now. So how do you expect a channel to even grow? I mean, basically, this is it then. This is the plateau for so many of us. That's what you're telling us. And this is why everything changes starting, I believe, next month, but especially by January 2020. Everything changes, guys. This channel will no longer be running as it used to, and I understand that. I am embracing for the worst of it. And hopefully it's not as bad as we all believe it's going to be. So that's the background on it, guys. That's everything that the FTC and YouTube are going to sanction, and that is why you're going to start seeing a lot of creators jumping off the ship and literally calling it quits. Now, where does this bring this channel? I am not leaving the platform. A lot of creators are already saying they're gone. They're going to try other things, Twitch, for instance, and maybe other platforms that are brand new. I'm staying on. I'm basically going down with the ship. That is my stance. If the platform really starts crashing, and this is worse than we all thought, I'm going to stay till just about near the end because I know this is where you guys know where to find me. I'm going to keep taking the hits, and hopefully it's not a knockout blow. And you guys will know if it's a knockout blow and FTC screwed me over. You guys will know because my channel won't be here one day. And that's why I stress that over on Twitter, you guys can find me. And if something happens to the channel, I assure you, I will be I will be communicating with you guys over on Twitter. You guys will know what happened and what steps I am about to take. But we have Twitter at least in case something happens. Because we are at that point where anything could happen. You could wake up, go to the BC Amplified channel, and it might not be there. That's as severe as this is. We're talking over $42,000 fines and penalties to the creator per video. And then we're talking them booting videos and even your channel. I have Twitter in case anything happens. I want to put that statement out right from the jump. So if you don't see the channel, go to Twitter. And hopefully I'll have an update and updates for you there. But I am going to ride this thing out. I'm going to take the punches as they come. I've been punched in the face before. I've managed just fine. I'll take several more shots to the dome piece. I'll be just fine, man. But we're hoping this isn't as bad. We're hoping that things can be corrected in the next several months and maybe these drastic measures don't have to be taken. But I'm going to ride this out. I'm going to stay with it, man. For you guys and for myself in this channel. I'm going to keep rocking out. I'm going to keep producing content. I am going to put it and file it as I already have under not kid friendly. And I'm going to hope that the new FTC YouTube algorithm understands why I am putting it under not kid friendly. I am going to hope that this algorithm understands that my words and the way that I speak and what I am saying is just not kid friendly. It's not. It's not for anybody that in the past, I mean, I don't get it anymore because now people know exactly who I am. But when I first started the channel, I used to get, do you have to swear so much? I like you, BC Amplified, but you swear so much. It's so unattractive, I don't like it. And it's like, see yourself to the fucking door. Do I come to your fucking house and ask you to change? I like you, but I don't like your hair color. I like you, but I don't like the mole on your face. I like you, but your hair is too short. You need to grow it out. I don't tell you how to fucking be. This channel isn't this channel, and I'm not myself if I don't speak as freely as I fucking want. And I'll tell you this, people that swear are more trustworthy than anyone else in this world. Always remember that, because people that swear a lot, they're usually the ones that are the most truthful, because they don't have that filter. They're spewing it out as it fucking comes. There's no time between the don't piece in the mouth. There's no time to bullshit whatever is about to come out. It's bing, boom, there it is to the world. Yeah, it gets us in trouble sometimes, but you know what it does? It makes you know for a fact that what I am saying is the truth. So you cannot like people that use profanity, but we're usually the most truthful ones out there in this world. So you should appreciate us more. But I'm not worried about offending people or trying to get a bigger audience by going kid-friendly. Yes, I could get a whole nother audience, right? But then what I'm doing is I'm absolutely handcuffing myself. You guys can no longer write comments. You will no longer be notified when a video is up. A bunch of things would be off. So I'd be sacrificing the heart of the channel if I'm kid-friendly. And if I'm under not kid-friendly, which I am, the algorithm might say otherwise because it's pro wrestling, more specifically WWE, AEW, NXT. And that might be attractive to kids, so FTC might say, sorry, Amplified Man. You know, and they could boot the channel. Just like that. It literally says in the new policy, they don't have to tell us. Under their discretion, they can remove your channel. Under their discretion, they could fine you $42,000 a video. Basically, what YouTube has done is they've thrown us under the bus, and justifiably so. I mean, they're under attack from the FTC themselves, so what are you going to do when you're under attack from the government? Yeah, you'll throw the other person under the bus. So now it's the creators. We are now responsible solely, and I'm cool with that to a degree, but they have to do their part now. They now have to make sure that their algorithms are in place the right justified ways. So they're not actually hurting the creators unnecessarily. And that's what I feel is about to happen. So, I know that was a lot to take in, guys. All you have to know is YouTube is changing, and not for the better, within the next 60 days, and less than that actually, possibly as early as next month. And nobody's channel will be the same going forward. I personally am going to remain on this platform until the wheels fall off. And then hopefully right before we crash, I'm going to jump out of the vehicle. And over on Twitter, I'll let you guys know exactly where I am, where I'm headed. But it's not good. It's not good at all. So now I just have to play the waiting game. I'm going to continue to produce content and see what happens. That's the bottom line. Let me get a sip of coffee and we'll talk some pro wrestling. Let's talk some wrestling now. What do you say? We'll start with EC3, because especially in the last few days, I've been getting a lot of people saying, BC, where's EC3? Because you just recently realized you haven't seen him in a while, right? The truth is, he's actually been gone a couple months, guys. His last match was actually the end of September. Unfortunately, he is out with a concussion. Now again, it's been 2 months, 8 weeks. So he should be ready to rock if all is going well any day now. Now they could be repackaging him for a big 2020 run. Don't hold your breath, this is WWE we're talking about. And even if they do give him a run, if he gains popularity, would they really strap the rocket on him? I have my reservations. I've seen this with Zack Ryder, Rusev, and so many people before that were not hand-chosen by WWE, but they gained popularity, so WWE had to do everything that they could to pull the rug from underneath them and take away their momentum. They gained 3 steps, they took them back 6. They went up 10 inches, they took them back 20. 7 yards, backwards 20. I've seen this company do it all the time. They'll give you a little bit and then take you back double. So I don't even know if EC3 comes back repackaged. He is a guy who can get quite a damn good following, and that might be something Vince doesn't like. I was never the biggest EC3 fan, still am not, to be honest, but this kid started to grow on me. I started to see a little bit of something in him down in TNA or Impact, and then when he got to the main roster, I was kind of like, what is he? I mean, this is like a bootleg John Cena. But then you start to see some entertainment quality in this kid. The kid has something to offer, but it's quite obvious Vince doesn't really see anything in him. So, it remains to be seen, but that's all on the back burner. First and foremost, we all wish him a speedy and good recovery. Because sometimes these concussion situations can go awry, and I've seen people not come back at all from concussions. So even though it seems so simplistic, something like that could keep somebody out a long time, especially if he has had history with them. We can't confirm that, but it's already been 8 weeks, and we're not hearing anything. I think at this point, you're probably just going to see him come back at the Royal Rumble, spend about 60 seconds in there, and then fly over the top rope. Because that's what Vince McMahon sees in him. But that's the latest on EC3, guys. We are hearing a concussion. Last matchup was end of September. We're about to go into December. If all was going well, he should be ready to rock out again. So we'll keep an eye on that. Dakota Kai, she continues to say all the right things in this new heel turn, and I'm loving it. Tegan Knox, okay, this is who Dakota Kai did the heel turn on. For those of you that don't really follow NXT, or not too vividly, Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai were just best friends. They were the Bayley and Sasha that you would know of in WWE, basically. And at War Games this past Saturday, their big special event, Dakota Kai turned, not just on her teammate, Tegan Knox, but her best friend. So Tegan Knox recently broke her silence for the first time on the situation. And Tegan Knox had these words to say: "I'm okay, really banged up, and I need some time to heal, both mentally and physically. Honestly, what happened hurt me more emotionally than it did physically. It's always worse when it's someone you love and class as family. I'm still not 100% sure why, but I'll get my answers." And Dakota Kai responded perfectly and brilliantly. Dakota Kai just said, "Or I could just stay silent like you did." I love that. Tegan Knox says, "But I'll get my answers." And Dakota Kai responds, ... "or I could just stay silent like you did." And what she meant by that was all in the picture that she put underneath that statement. It was a photo in black and white of the moment Mia Yim was added onto the team, which was just 1 moment after Dakota Kai was told, "Your services will not be needed. Sorry, Dakota, you will not be on Team Ripley for War Games." So she got devastating news that she was not going to be on the team. She was not picked. And then a moment later, Mia was added on. Now, that's what Dakota Kai means by "or I can stay silent like you did." When she was told you are not a part of this team, Tegan Knox did not speak up, and she was there in that photo. I love that. I love when something is told so beautifully in the most accurate way possible. I love when it was positioned the way that it was last night a couple nights ago on Wednesday's NXT on USA show, where Dakota Kai brought out the brace of Tegan Knox from the attack that she put on her on Saturday night. And then the vicious takedown and beating of Candice LeRae, running away from Rhea Ripley, really playing up that heel status. What she said in retaliation to Tegan Knox's heartfelt message. Everything Dakota Kai is doing in this heel turn is brilliant, and it all tells the perfect story. And I love when a story is being told perfectly in the format and way that it should be told in. That doesn't always happen in this company, and I will bunch NXT with WWE, even though I should be keeping them separate, because NXT is always doing much better than the main roster as far as storytelling. But it's just refreshing to see something go on for this long and continue to captivate me. It's awesome and refreshing to see every piece of this puzzle being perfectly fit where it's supposed to go as time goes on. Because usually in this company, and again, NXT gets more of a pass than the main roster, obviously, but in this company, you start to see something drag on and it gets worse and worse as we progress. We don't actually progress, we regress. Oh, it's just so beautiful, man. Something that short and sweet, or I could just stay silent like you did, with the photo of Tegan Knox welcoming in the new teammate while Dakota Kai cries off. There's a story, there's a reason behind why Dakota Kai did what she did and why she is doing what she is doing. I wish this type of heel character, I wish that Vince McMahon believed in Bayley as much as they believe in Dakota running with this thing. Because Bayley's heel run could have been much better. But BC, she has a championship. How much more better can you go? Well, it would have been a lot better booking than tapping out to Shayna Baszler at Survivor Series just to protect little old Becky, who's hiding underneath the commentary table because we need to protect her. We need to make sure that everyone knew she had no chance, no way whatsoever, underneath the sun to make the save. While Bayley looks like a fucking tool over there, but her heel turn was just a little over a month ago. She needed that momentum. Championships don't mean anything in this company anymore. If it's not a heavyweight championship, it's basically meaningless these days. It's just put on somebody so they re-sign a contract. Or so somebody will just shut up on social media and say they're happy because they have a championship. But they don't actually mean anything of substance. I'm seeing champions lose more matches now more than ever in this company. I wish Bayley had this type of storytelling when she turned heel. Same thing with Sasha, but Sasha's on another whole that's another whole story for another whole video. I can go a whole hour about how they ruined Sasha 4 times already in this company. And she's only been in the company, a little over 5 fucking years? And they have ruined her 4 separate times. How do you do that with somebody? That shows you they don't love, they have zero stock or love in Sasha Banks. Zero. But for Dakota Kai, this is going off beautifully, and something that simplistic to me means the world. Or I could just stay silent like you did with that photo. Because a photo sometimes can speak 1,000 words. That was awesome. Moving on, Bautista and Dana Brooke. These two are just horny as fuck. That's right, you heard my words correct. As the kids call horny AF. That's what Bautista and Dana Brooke, I mean, we literally, on social media, you have witnessed these two hooking up right before our own eyes. Dana Brooke and Bautista are like 2 high schoolers tweeting or texting each other back and forth, and we witnessed the hookup before our eyes within the last week. Dana Brooke would send Bautista over a photo with a hey, and Bautista would send a photo of himself shirtless, like, what's up, winky face. And Dana Brooke would send another photo of her and be like, not too much, just working out. How about you, smoochie? And Bautista would send back, not much. I have my own gym if you ever want to come over. Wink. Dana Brooke's like, cool, I'll be in Tampa around WrestleMania. Maybe it's a date. And Bautista, another shirtless photo. Maybe it is a date. See you there. Heart emoji. We just witnessed these two hook up before our very eyes. As we speak right now, they could be knocking them boots. Right? Dana Brooke could be riding some fucking Bautista bombs. Bautista could have Dana Brooke rocking out on fuck! Now you know why we're not kid-friendly, right? We could go in these trajectories sometimes. We could be in left field with a hockey stick. Just like the whole Bobby Lashley-Lana situation. Don't hate the playa. Congratulate them. Bobby Lashley's lip-locking with Lana. Batista is about to get laid via Dana Brooke. He's gonna be riding Dana Brooke will be Yo, we can't player hate, man. You gotta congratulate people when they start hooking like that. That is awesome. But just the way we saw this unfold, it was like 2 teenagers, man. The way they were going back and forth with pictures and I'll see you there. It's a date. Yeah, come to my gym. It's one hell of a workout. Ooh, sounds good. Sweat and face. I don't even know, guys. It was crazy. All right, moving on. AEW and NXT. The ratings are going to be delayed because of the holidays. Now, we're hearing they might not be out until Monday afternoon, so not even later today or even this weekend. So if you're expecting them out anytime soon, you might be waiting a while. We're hearing Monday afternoon, the very latest. Now, I expect when they do come out, I do expect AEW to actually win this week. Because we know NXT topped AEW, a big reason for that was the infusion of the main roster. Now, that's not an excuse. NXT won bottom line. That's it. I hate excuses. playoffs were on, or football, Monday Night Football, no, award shows. I don't care what the excuse is. If you're putting on a better product, people will watch you instead. So the bottom line is NXT won the ratings. Now, yes, we know a big reason for that was because of the infusion of the main roster talent. Now it was back to normal. Yes, we're stemming out off of War Games and Survivor Series, but not a big infusion at all, actually, of the main roster. So I expect AEW to get 50,000 back. What that would do, guys, last week, NXT won by, I believe, 20 to 30,000. If AEW can get 50,000 back, now what you're doing is you're clearing out that 20 to 30. I expect AEW to at least be 20 to 30,000 above NXT this week. I will be shocked if NXT wins a second week in a row, because this time, there's no infusion of main roster talent. So I do expect, not because it was a better show, because believe you me, if you saw my reviews yesterday, you know NXT, I feel, was absolutely the better show, by far. But I just feel like things would equal out a little bit more this week. And if that is the case, AEW should win again this week. And once again, take that top spot. I would be shocked, not because it wasn't the better show, because NXT was, but I would be shocked because I would have thought it would equal out. And equaling out to me means 50,000 more over to AEW. We'll see where that all equals out. Again, we could be waiting till about Monday afternoon. Jungle Boy reportedly not happy with AEW. Some people think this is just a work, but it didn't work into anything. So I don't see where your facts are. How could this be a work? 10 minutes after he put out that tweet, he had to delete it. That tells me the suits and ties made him delete it. On top of that, he never showed up to Chicago, where they had nothing for him. They didn't mention this shit. And Jungle Boy said, I'm not getting on the plane to Chicago. How can this happen in my character-wise story progression, but yet we're not going to talk about it? So he actually went into detail of what his gripe is with AEW. And then, minutes later, he had to delete it. And then Wednesday comes around and it's not even a topic. So what makes people say this is a work? Now, it has to become a work, right? Jungle Boy now has to use this as storyline. And if I'm him, I would, because it did make big headlines. If I'm AEW, I save face and I make this a work. But nobody has any facts to show me that this was a work. Everything tells me this was him actually being frustrated with AEW. He had to delete the tweet because AEW got pissed, and then they didn't even talk about it or discuss it on Wednesday. And now what are you going to tell me? Oh, just relax. It's going to all play out into a story. Well, I'm sure it is by now. But why would they make him delete that kills the story off? He sends it out, and then the next day I would make this thing a big thing, and then, if you wanted to make it a story, then have him delete it. See what I'm saying? Not 10 minutes later, what the fuck? You didn't allow it to breathe. You know? But AEW fucking faithful are over there. It's a work, don't worry. You can't not be happy in AEW. It's the greatest thing since heaven. AEW can do no wrong. You can't be miserable in AEW. Yes, you can actually. If you feel like you should be getting more. You know, it doesn't always have to be just misery in WWE. So we'll see where they go with that. But it looks like Jungle Boy was actually pissed. And again, anyone saying it's a work, you have no facts. You have nothing. We have facts to say it's more realistic than you have facts saying it's a work. Just saying. SmackDown tonight, they're not advertising any matches. What they're doing is they're just advertising, they're putting all their eggs into one basket, all their chips into one bag, they're putting all their chips on the table, and they're putting everything into the Firefly Funhouse. That's it. The official statement from WWE for the preview tonight goes as follows. Who or what will be revealed as the new face in the Firefly Funhouse? And a lot of speculation is it could be Liv Morgan, the new Sister Abigail. Now, on one hand, I'm absolutely looking forward to that, right? First of all, just seeing Liv Morgan back. I always like Liv Morgan. She's 5 feet of fuck yeah. And I love 5 feet of fuck yeah. So bring on Liv Morgan. But if she's going to be Sister Abigail, I'm going to need a whole story behind this. Otherwise, I'm just going to see somebody who's what? What's the character change? Some makeup? Is she going to wear a black gown? Because I'm still going to look at Liv Morgan, Sister Abigail, anyway, as Liv Morgan from the Riot Squad. Little Blue Tongue Girl. Right? I mean, how am I going to believe Little Riot Squad Liv is now Sister Abigail when we've been hearing about Sister Abigail for years now? Right? Years we've been hearing about her. And now, the whole time she was Little Liv from Riot Squad? You better tell a damn good story, and this better be a total rehaul of character. Or maybe she's not called Sister Abigail. Maybe she's just going to be a different character. And that's all speculation. Is it even going to be Liv Morgan? Again, within the last 7 days, we've been hearing more about this, speculating about it, and now WWE is putting everything into that one segment. They didn't announce any matches, at least not of the making of this video. All they're saying is who or what will be revealed tonight as the newest face in the Firefly Funhouse. I doubt it's going to be another puppet, right? Is Ramblin' Rabbit going to have a twin brother? I don't know. I'd be happy with that. But I think everybody's really looking forward to something like a Liv Morgan re-debut. So we'll see. I'm going to end it there, guys, so you guys can rock out your Friday. We're not done for the week or the month. We still have tomorrow's SmackDown review and reaction, where we're going to go over that whole Bray Wyatt segment, how it unfolded, who was the new face, what matches did they actually put out there to the world. We'll discuss all of it tomorrow, and we'll end November the right way. So make sure you check back. You should be subscribed and notified anyway, and we'll rock out tomorrow, and we will end this month the right way. Again, FTC, YouTube, COPPA, whoever the fuck. I ain't going anywhere. Deal with that shit. The Amplified Man. Till tomorrow. Yow. Yowie. Check you later.